Good evening, everybody. My name is Robert Luft, and I'm a teacher in Korea, and I've been here for approximately 19 years, teaching across the board. Most of the classes English, and I've taught other classes such as speech and science, and I've taught many levels from kindergarten all the way up to adult education. I'm currently licensed in the state of California. I have a secondary teaching license for life, issued for life, although I have taken extra classes on top of my 30 plus units. I have a major of speech and history, and I've taught basically English and speech throughout the years. And in Korea, I've taught all levels. Basically, I've taught across the board, from kindergarten all the way again up to adult education. I've taught many subjects, mainly in the language arts genre. And again, I'm a licensed speech coach, and I've also put on speech tournaments. So basically I try to utilize that subject in a lot of my classes. So I do have a lot of my students sometimes giving short speeches based on their vocabulary. My main concern is application. So what I'm concerned about is not only can the students perform, but can they apply it a couple of steps further. So here's an example. I'm not really working for Phonics Lab, but I've used this through and a few other very fine course curriculums such as Jungju as well. But Phonics Lab 1 I've used, and to just give you an idea here of how we would do it. So I usually have beginning people, and we'll go like and everybody goes and for the difficult F sound, fa, and the opposite of that, H, ha, well, that's fine that they can do it, but I would like to see whether or not they can apply it. So based on application, so we would do things like the girl is hungry. Maybe for a couple of weeks we would do two sections here. She wants something to eat. She wants eggs. She wants fish too. And she also wants ham. So now we're applying a lot of the nouns to the actual phonetic alphabet that was actually used in class. And the nice lady, the administrator who's actually filming me at this moment, knows that in many of my classes I put plates and plastic knives and plastic forks out, okay, and we pretend that we're eating, and we actually use the language that we would use at the dinner table. Could you please pass the milk? Can you please give me the ham? And that type of language. So I am definitely concerned about a well-rounded speaking education. Taking it just maybe one step further, I've used several books in Korea. Here's one. It actually belongs to me. Let's Go. For basic beginning elementary people, using the WH questions, what is it, where is it, who is it, when is it, what is it, is a very, very good question to actually reinforce the very difficult vocabulary for nouns. Okay, and of course we've got a lot of things here: dolls, jump rope, balloons, books, backpacks. What I like to do, pardon me for moving backwards, what I like to do is to put a lot of items on the table, and I usually give if I have 10 students or so, I give them numbers, and I roll my dice. I should have some dice in here, but I usually roll the dice. So if I roll the dice like that and it comes out number 3, I go, oh, number 3. Right? So I did that just the other day, and Jenna came up, and Jenna was number 3. And she just came up and I says, Jenna, what are these? And she said, they are dolls, they are books, and they are jump ropes. So we had extra time and we just wanted to reinforce the vocabulary. Again, applying a lot of this very difficult vocabulary into real life. And the parents seem to like this too. Taking it into really my licensed area, where I'm basically also a licensed speech coach in California, might add. I've done things with high elementary and junior high and middle school students and even high school students about the advantages and disadvantages of going to America from Korea. Okay, so we've taken the ads and the disads, and we've worked on that. I kind of like to type out my own arguments and this type of thing, but this gives them an idea. I have ordered books, and they do study out of the books, and they can see the advantages and what certain students prefer, and this type of idea. After we study the book a little bit, I like to get away from it and since I am a debate coach, I like to type out certain cases and have them actually argue a certain point, and many times they do like counter arguments or so. So I am a licensed coach, and if you need my let's say basic expertise, or I've done it for many years, I don't want to say too much about it, but I have put on many speech tournaments in high school and college and in America and also here in Korea. If you need me to do that, I will do that. Extra time, I will not take any overtime or so. I would really like to form speech teams if we're in elementary or junior high or anything like that. So I'm willing to help you. Also in the United States and also in Korea, basically, I know I've been hired at some schools because of my ability to teach SAT and TOEFL writing, okay, and also to perform put on some speech contests and this type of thing. I am willing to work, okay? Right now, I hate to look at the time, but it's about 7:15. We're going to wrap this up because, again, this very nice professional lady who's filming me right now has a class in about 5 minutes and needs to prepare. But I've had an easy day today. I have only taught 8 lessons. 8-hour lessons, and I'm still full of energy. Okay, tomorrow's a tough day with 10. I usually do 49 to 50 lessons a week. I'm willing to work overtime. I usually do not ask for overtime. Okay, I can do a lot of extra disciplines such as science. I have a hobby in life science. I like to dissect frogs and teach a life science class too, but I'm willing to work and I'm willing to cooperate, and I'm in pretty good health. My endurance is strong, and I'm not tired yet tonight. I could probably go on 2 more lessons basically. I've been here for 19 years, over 6,500 days. I've only missed 3.5 days due to illness, 3.5. I work out, I play sports, I'm pretty good at American football, I like basketball, I do a lot of exercises, I like to read, I like to be with a lot of my friends, and I guess the main thing I do like to do is teach and be with people. So I'm very interested in China. I've been to Japan, it's a great country. I've been in Korea many years. It's also a great country. I'm looking forward to visiting China and hopefully cooperating with many administrators. Thank you very much.
americano.